That's just me.
As Bridget said at the beginning of the show, champions of truth, justice, and peace. That is for sure you two women, and we are really grateful to have you. And this has been an inspiration to all of us. You continue to be inspiring, and thank you for being with us.
Thank you. Thank you for having us.
Please join us next week, on The Voice of Charity when we discuss the many ways that Bank of America supports the mission of Catholic Charities and helps our neighbors in need. For now, we wish you a very happy, healthy week from everyone at Catholic Charities.
On Friday, January 22nd at 12 o'clock p.m., the Archdiocesan Mass for Life will be live-streamed from Holy Name Cathedral. Celebrated by Bishop Kevin Birmingham along with priests from across the Archdiocese of Chicago, it will be held on the anniversary of Roe v. Wade and the eve of the final event of the March for Life Chicago tour. Please join us. The Mass will be live-streamed on the Archdiocesan YouTube channel. For more information and to register to attend, please visit respectlifechicago.com/events.
You're listening to Catholic Chicago on WNDZ 750 AM. Every Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 9 a.m., the Archdiocese of Chicago presents programming about the people, events, and issues that touch our lives. Thanks for letting us be part of your morning. Now again, Catholic Chicago.
And welcome to The Voice of Charity. I'm Marie Jochum, and I am here with a very special guest, Phil Buta. Welcome, Phil.
Good morning, Marie. Glad to be here.
We missed Bridget this morning, but she has so graciously allowed Phil to come talk with us because one of Phil's many hats he wears at Catholic Charities is helping us partner with our corporate partners. And we say constantly on this show how important our partners are. You know, they provide vital resources, financial resources that we could not live without. They join in our volunteer programs, and they also serve on our boards and committees and bring some of that really great knowledge from the corporate world or from their sector. And what that does is over the years, it really creates strong friendships, honestly. And that's one of the things we're going to talk about today, but have helped us build projects, events, and sort of get around this shared commitment to the marginalized and people in need. And one of our most valued partnerships in Chicago is the one we share with Bank of America. Bank of America's presence in Chicago dates back more than 160 years. And today it's one of the largest and most successful financial institutions in the world. And every year its 6,000 Chicago area team members record more than 50,000 volunteer hours. That's a lot of volunteer hours.
Yes.
Working side by side with hundreds of local nonprofit partners, civic organizations, and elected officials across the city to really help fulfill their corporate mission of improving the financial lives of every Chicagoan and building a stronger city.
Yeah, and Marie, in addition, Bank of America's corporate strategy includes the goal of, quote, sharing success with the communities we serve, end quote. And as part of this corporate philosophy, it continues that they said, there are many ways we share our success, whether through our employee volunteers, our philanthropic giving, or our capital deployment efforts. Mm-hmm. We continue to align our work to serve shareholder interests and address the priorities of our communities at the same time, so our progress can be sustainable. end quote. So our special guest today, Ed Brennan, is a senior vice president at Bank of America and a member of Catholic Charities Board of Advisors. We are delighted to have the chance today to thank Bank of America and Ed for this corporate alliance that is very important to us and to the people we serve. Welcome, Ed.
Thank you, and good morning, Marie and Phil. It's truly an honor to join you today and a great way to kickstart 2021.
Wonderful, Ed. We're so glad you're here. And, again, we are so grateful for the many ways you have supported Catholic Charities over the years. Can you share a little bit with our listeners how you first got involved and what your current roles include?
Absolutely. Growing up in Chicago and being fortunate to attend both Catholic grade school and high school, I was always aware of Catholic Charities of Chicago, although I was never actively involved. As I became more established in the workforce, I was looking for an opportunity to give back to the community. I wanted to be a part of an organization that focused on helping others. I spent considerable time researching organizations throughout Chicago. As I learned more and more about Catholic Charities, I was very impressed by the wide range of services and support that Catholic Charities provides. Catholic Charities has locations throughout the Chicago metropolitan area. In fact, as of today, it has over 164 different locations serving 150 different programs. I joined the junior board back in 2003, and it was my first real non-for-profit role. I thoroughly enjoyed this role as it provided an opportunity to serve others through Tuesday night suppers at the LaSalle Street location, as well as serving closer to home in the Northwest region through food pantry services and clothing drives. I spent a couple of years on the junior board before my wife and I started raising our kids, and my time was a little more restricted. Then in 2019, former Catholic Charities acting president, Kathy Donahue, asked me to join the board of advisors, which I consider a tremendous honor. My wife, Wendy, and I feel very connected to Catholic Charities' mission, and to this day, we enjoy attending local events and responding to appeals. Currently, I'm an active member of the development committee, so I have an added responsibility to develop and help execute on development events over the past several years. Those events are critical to enabling Catholic Charities to continue its incrediland work in the Chicagoland community.
Ed, I think one of the things I love about your story, and it's such a familiar one to us, is that it's generational, right? So at different stages of your life, you've entered into various parts of Catholic Charities, and I think that is what is so beautiful. You've did it as a young person. You worked with Catholic Charities with your family, with your daughters, and we want to talk a little bit more about that later on in the show too. But I think you had this tremendous experience. You learned about Catholic Charities with the junior board. And then as you've progressed in your career, you've brought it to Bank of America. And I think, that's what we hope. We hope that our listeners, our volunteers, our supporters kind of get that itch embedded in them, and they don't want to give us up, so much so that they show up at work and say, hey, let's collaborate together. So can you tell us a little bit about that collaboration with Bank of America, which you've really helped lead and advocate for?
Absolutely. And I think there's a couple pretty cool and unique things that both Catholic Charities and Bank of America share in common. One is Bank of America has over 6,000 employees in the local Chicago metropolitan area. So we live and work in all the communities that Catholic Charities serves. And Catholic Charities truly has a wide variety of services that they offer, which at some point is going to appeal to most people, not only at Bank of America, but within the whole Chicago region. I can honestly say that the team at Bank of America truly shares my passion and our passion for the work of Catholic Charities across Cook and Lake counties. Bank of America's partnership with Catholic Charities dates back to the 1990s, and I'd categorize our support primarily in two buckets. First is employee engagement, and the second is philanthropic support. So regarding employee engagement, one of the things that distinguishes Bank of America is our team's commitment to volunteering in our communities. In most years, we'll throw out 2020, but most years, our Chicago
just for lots of reasons, let's throw it out.
Our Chicago area team logs more than 50,000 volunteer hours. Last year, even though safety restrictions limited in-person volunteer efforts, we still logged over 25,000 hours. And I think the unique thing here is this is actually employees going to a website to link and log their volunteer hours. I mean, we all know that there's so much work that gets done that doesn't get logged, but I think directionally it just provides some clarity of the engagement that our associates have and the pride that we have in giving back to our community. Our volunteer corps have supported numerous Catholic Charities events. In 2017, more than 50 employees, including local leadership, joined together to help build a new playground and clean classrooms at the Head Start location in Chicago Lawn. For years, bank employees have volunteered to serve the homeless at Catholic Charities Tuesday night suppers on LaSalle Street. I've participated in this numerous times, and I can honestly say there's few things in life that are more rewarding than actually helping others and kind of seeing the impact that you can make. And it's a small impact, but an impact that you can make on somebody's life. So if you haven't done a Tuesday night supper, I truly encourage all your listeners to look into it. One of my exceptional colleagues, her name is Maydeen Moore, has truly led by example and shown true leadership and led a number of internal efforts to support Catholic Charities' domestic violence shelters. In 2019, Maydeen organized a domestic violence drive by putting donation bins in Bank of America offices throughout Chicago. Bank of America employees donated over 5,800 personal care items to help clients of Catholic Charities' domestic violence program rebuild their lives. And just last fall, in recognition of Domestic Violence Awareness Month, Maydeen organized a virtual Amazon wish list collection with teammates, the proceeds of which were also given to our domestic violence clients.
You know, Ed, what have you all not done, which is incredible. We're going to take our first short break here, but when we come back, we're going to talk a little bit more about Bank of America's philanthropic support and continued ways that we collaborate together with Catholic Charities. Catholic Charities staff members work every day to end poverty and homelessness. We do this on a one-to-one basis with anyone who asks for help. We also work with organizations who study these issues across our city, state, and nation. The Wilson Sheehan Lab for Economic Opportunities, or LEO, at the University of Notre Dame is one of these research centers. Through our partnership with LEO, Catholic Charities has gained valuable insights into scientific evaluation methods that determine the most effective interventions to help people avoid poverty and homelessness. Along with our experience and compassion, trusted research is helping Catholic Charities offer hope and so much more to anyone in need. For more information, visit CatholicCharities.net.
Can't take a bus to the Chicago or National March for Life this year? Not to worry, this year's activities will look a little different, but we will still be marching for the sanctity of life. In partnership with March for Life Chicago, we are bringing the pro-life movement on the road. On Sunday, January 17th, the pro-life movement will come to Mundelein with a drive-in, socially distanced rally at Carmel High School, which will include inspiring speakers, Cardinal Blaise Supich for one. For more information and to register, please visit marchforlifechicago.org/tour. Can't wait to see you there.
Hey, it's Timothy Johnston here from Liturgy Training Publications. Over the past few months, I'm sure you've found yourself at home more, whether it's working from home or watching live stream masses on Sunday mornings. As we began adjusting to this at the beginning of the pandemic, one of the things I missed the most was gathering with friends at the parish. That's why we at LTP have created this new virtual gathering series called Living the Sunday Word. We meet virtually on Thursday evenings each week and reflect on the upcoming Sunday readings. And with that, we share stories to help us more fully reflect on the Word of God. I'm inviting each of you to join us, a group of friends meeting virtually from all parts of the country. So visit ltp.org for more information and to register. You won't want to miss this.
Good morning and welcome back to the Voice of Charity. I'm Marie Jochum and I'm here with my guest host,
Philip Buta.
He is the director of Foundation and Corporate Relations. If you're watching on the live stream, you saw me just kind of like make a big symbol to him to have him take it. But we're so glad that you're here today. And we are talking with Ed Brennan, who's Senior Vice President at Bank of America and a member of Catholic Charities Board of Advisors and family at large. When we were, right before the break, you were sharing kind of the two-pronged approach that Bank of America has in its partnership. I'm going to guess with other organizations, but we're highlighting ours. So ours is the best, of course. But can you sort of come back to sort of that piece about philanthropic support? And we know how crucial it is and critical to the Catholic Charities mission, but can you share with us a little bit about the foundation work?
Absolutely, and thanks, Marie. And one of the things, as you had indicated that we were covering before, is one of the lessons I learned when I joined Catholic Charities, over 20 years ago, which was all of us had the opportunity to give back with our time, our talent, and our treasure. And we had previously discussed engagement, which I think was a pretty good introduction to it as part of our time and talent that we can all provide and give back. The next area that I'd like to cover is our treasure, which is philanthropic support. We can do this from a corporate level, and we can do it individually. From a corporate standpoint, Bank of America takes a lot of pride in giving back to the communities that we all live and work in. Additionally, Bank of America's philanthropic support is critical in helping Catholic Charities fulfill its mission. Since the 1990s, the Bank of America Charitable Foundation has directed hundreds of thousands of dollars to Catholic Charities programs that help address the basic needs of individuals in our communities. Those dollars have supported efforts such as the Catholic Charities food pantries and Family Stabilization Services. As you could imagine, grants like these were particularly important in 2020. Last year, in the wake of the health crisis, Catholic Charities received a $50,000 grant to help make sure the basic needs of members of its communities were met.
Ed, this piece, I know you've got more great stuff to tell us, but I'm just going to sort of stop here for 1 second because we have spent so much time this last year talking about the needs that have come up with COVID. The increased needs for food is huge. The increased need for rental assistance, the increased need of our behavioral health specialists. And none of this could happen. It doesn't magically happen. People have to get paid. Lights need to turn on, and it could not happen without our tremendous partners. And Bank of America's gifts to us have really kept some of these programs moving in the right direction. So for regular listeners, just so that you can put that in context, like when we're talking about nutrition for our seniors, when we're talking about food in the food pantry, this can only happen because of the generosity of people like Bank of America. So kudos to you for keeping the doors open and keeping people fed.
No, thank you. I think it's a critical mission, and I think we're very fortunate to have service agency partners like Catholic Charities in order to be able to distribute these capabilities to the people who need it most. So I think this is a mutual thank you.
And I know you all also made a significant contribution to the Chicago Community Response Fund. Is that correct?
We did, and I think in the interest of being able to recognize that we had a huge situation on our hands, part of it is how quickly can you get these treasures out to the people who need it most the quickest. So Bank of America did make a significant contribution to the Chicago Community COVID-19 Response Fund. And this was an effort led by the Chicago Community Trust and the United Way of Metropolitan Chicago that raised more than $35 million to help Chicago area organizations, including Catholic Charities, combat the pandemic. While the philanthropic piece of our partnership is very important, we've also had a lot of fun along the way, and it's enabled us as an organization to come together and spend time to give back to the community. Starting in 2011, Catholic Charities established a team of runners to raise funds and participate in the Bank of America Chicago Marathon, which continued for a number of years. This was discontinued in 2020, but hopefully we'll get an opportunity later this year. And I can't wait to invite Phil to join our team and run a marathon.
Thank you for just saying Phil, because I will be on the sidelines holding signs.
Throw some water at him.
That's exactly.
We're doing. And we'll pick a time to beat.
Yeah.
Bank of America has also been a corporate sponsor of the Patrick J. Ryan Golf Outing, and many members of our organization have helped serve on the development committee for this great fundraiser.
Great.
When you look at the big picture, our involvement kind of runs a gamut, from board service to direct grant support to volunteerism. Of course, now all of our volunteerism is virtual, at least in 2020 and the start of 2021. But overall, this is a great relationship, and it's a great way to give back to our community.
Great. Ed, I wanted to take a step back. You mentioned your involvement, the Bank of America's involvement with the Chicago Community COVID-19 Response Fund. And I think it's just part of Bank of America's ongoing commitment to, providing resources, expertise to Chicago's broader nonprofit community. We love talking about Catholic Charities, but maybe talk a little bit more about, your response to Chicago's broader community as well as focus on youth.
Perfect. Bank of America has a number of signature philanthropic programs that underscore our commitment to improving the lives of individuals where we live and work. One of those is the Neighborhood Builders Program. Now in its 16th year, the program deploys capital and builds cross-sector partnerships to support nonprofit leaders in addressing economic mobility and social program issues in community. Another is our Student Leaders Program, which provides valuable hands-on experience to civic-minded high school students interested in helping their communities through the nonprofit sector. Inherent in both programs is a commitment to developing today's nonprofit leaders while preparing tomorrow's leaders with the skills they need to affect change at the grassroots level. Bank of America also does a fantastic job of leveraging its expertise to support its nonprofit network. For example, we host regular free webinars for local nonprofits on important topics such as cybersecurity, nonprofit financing, and leadership development. I'm proud, and it's pretty cool to work for a company that prioritizes its resources in this way. It's both fulfilling and very important, and it helps give back and support to communities that we live in.
It's such valuable support that we truly could not do without. We couldn't do without, and we know the Chicagoland community could not. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we're going to continue our conversation with Ed Brennan about our partnership with Bank of America. Catholic Charities' 20th Annual Divine Affair will be held on Saturday, January 30th, as a very special virtual event. Fantastic packages are available to make your in-home participation incredibly festive and memorable. In past years, over 400 guests have come together to sample elegant wines and the latest craft beers from over 90 vintners and brewers from around the world. Enticing raffles and special guests will help to make this 20th annual celebration extraordinary. Proceeds of Divine Affair go to Catholic Charities self-sufficiency programs that have helped thousands of individuals gain their confidence and start on a new path towards independence. Join us for this fabulous winter event. For more information, go to CatholicCharities.net or call 847-814-3839. That's 847-814-3839. We look forward to seeing you on January 30th. Cheers!
On Friday, January 22nd at 12 o'clock p.m., the Archdiocesan Mass for Life will be live streamed from Holy Name Cathedral. Celebrated by Bishop Kevin Birmingham along with priests from across the Archdiocese of Chicago, it will be held on the anniversary of Roe v. Wade and the eve of the final event of the March for Life Chicago tour. Please join us. The Mass will be live streamed on the Archdiocesan YouTube channel. For more information and to register to attend, please visit respectlifechicago.com/events.
Do you have a gently used laptop or desktop computer that is gathering dust in your home? Consider donating to our Catholic Charities Veterans Computer Project. We will clean out your device, give it new software, and repurpose it for a veteran who is looking for employment. Your gift will make an incredible difference in a veteran's ability to find a job. Catholic Charities provides veteran services throughout Lake and suburban Cook counties, giving participants an array of professional and personal support. Our veterans have served our country, and it is our privilege to serve them. To learn more about Catholic Charities Veterans Services and the Veterans Computer Project, call 847-782-4219. That's 847-782-4219.
Good morning and welcome back to the Voice of Charity. This is Marie Jochum.
And Phil Buta as well.
Phil Buta is our guest co-host. He's the director of foundations and corporate relations at Catholic Charities and one of our fabulous staff people. And we're here today with Ed Brennan, who's the senior vice president at Bank of America and a member of the Catholic Charities Board of Advisors. You know, Ed, we're going to go a little off script here, but I am really always intrigued. I know it's my social worker-ness, but I'm always intrigued about what the experience is like for people. You know, you've been with us through the junior board. You've been with us now on the board of advisors. Is there a story or a time that stands out in your time volunteering or being part of our Catholic Charities family? Or is there a team member of yours whose story stands out? You know, just to kind of give the flavor of what it feels like to do this work on the ground.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what, being a member of the board of advisors, you know, one of the roles that I think I take most seriously is making sure that I'm an ambassador and an advocate for Catholic Charities and really spreading awareness of the many great things that Catholic Charities does for our Chicago community. And what I try to do is really get a good understanding from Bank of America's standpoint, what our engagement is and all the members of our team who are actively involved in Give Back. And it's amazing, because there's so many things that we capture and we know, you know, what people are doing and how they're volunteering. But it seems like every day, every week, we learn of more people on our team who are, in one way or another, involved in giving back to Catholic Charities. And the stories that I hear from the people on our team on the involvement and what we've been doing and the fulfillment that they get from it is truly remarkable. You know, a couple things that I think really stick out is just the local engagement. As I indicated, you know, knowing and really being involved in Catholic Charities, you know, there's 150 programs that Catholic Charities have at over 164 locations throughout the greater Chicago metropolitan area. And the general consensus from our team and from the people that I've talked to and you know, personally, is that we're very fortunate to, you know, work with a company, Bank of America, that really encourages us to pursue our passions and build in time for us to use our strengths and support organizations like Catholic Charities. As I had indicated, Nadine Moore on our team is really focused on domestic violence awareness and making sure that, which is a pillar at Bank of America that we are trying to support, is awareness for domestic violence and trying to help those individuals out. And we have a lot of resources and talents that we're able to bring to help Catholic Charities in that mission as well. So that's one that we've adopted in the last couple of years that I think has been very fulfilling from many people on our team and myself as well.
I love that. You know, Ed, you highlight something that I think is such a crucial part of our board work, our volunteers, is that ambassador piece, is the sharing about our mission. And whether that's done in a corporate setting or a faith community setting or just at the grocery store, it's so important to get the word out, because what that allows us to do is to connect with people who have resources or skills and kind of run with it. We'll also say that I love when you all come and volunteer at the Tuesday night supper, and it's not just because you've given me not you, but someone on your team gave me a favorite Bank of America T-shirt of mine. So keep coming, and we need you. We need you for sure.
Hey, Ed, I wanted to touch on one more thing. And again, a little off script, but Maria had mentioned earlier about how you had evolved at Catholic Charities from when you were on the junior board to where you are now on the board of advisors, and different stages in your life. And I was curious about how do you teach your children about philanthropy and volunteerism?
It's a great question, Phil. And I have 4 daughters at home, and it's pretty critical because, you know, you want to make sure that your kids are going to be engaged and passionate about what they do, but also that there's a sense of shared responsibility and they're going to give back. And I think it's been a little bit more helpful, you know, seeing what we've all lived through in 2020 with the pandemic. You know, I think kind of an interesting parallel. Catholic Charities was formed in 1917. Ironically, during the last great pandemic, the Spanish influenza. And since this time, Catholic Charities has transitioned to meet the needs of the local community at our time. And that's the one thing that I've, been trying to impart on my daughters as well is, in many ways, we're all very fortunate and very blessed. And it's important that we all give a hand up to other members of our community to make sure that they have opportunities to succeed as well. There's room for success for all of us in this world, and we got to make sure that we're all doing our part. So a couple of things that we focus on is charitable giving. So anytime my wife and I are going to make a charitable contribution, we actually give lists of different charities to our daughters and have them kind of pick and choose which ones that
I love
they would want
that.
to.
Oh, that is something else.
And really, the thought behind it is, and for the most part, we probably give to most, if not all, but we want them to have a voice in it and show them that, even a little bit each time goes a long way. And from there, I think you kind of build your sense of shared responsibility. The second thing is through volunteerism, is you have to give back your time and really see and be engaged on how we can help others, and it really puts a face to problems that we all see and read about on an everyday basis. So those are two areas that, especially with my kids, we've really focused on.
Ed, thank you so much. You are the real deal. Bank of America is the real deal. We are so deeply grateful for this, the commitment you and Wendy and your children have made to Catholic Charities, but also the commitment Bank of America has made to the entire Chicagoland community and particularly to Catholic Charities. Thank you for allowing us this time to be together and to celebrate our joint commitment towards helping people reach a better future. We know and hope that this commitment will continue for many years. And we also hope you'll join us next week. And a huge thank you to my co-host, Phil Buta, for being with us today. We wish you a happy, healthy, safe week from everyone here at Catholic Charities. Be well.
Join us every Monday through Friday at this time for Catholic Chicago. You can stream our programs live or listen to past programs by visiting our website, archchicago.org, and clicking on Radio TV. And please connect with Catholic Chicago on social media.